Vexatious litigant is a plain English label for a very specific pattern of behavior in court, not a personality flaw and not a crime. It describes someone who uses lawsuits as a weapon, filing repeatedly or abusively to pressure, exhaust, intimidate, or silence others, often without winning on the merits. Here's the mechanism, stripped of drama. A vexatious litigant files serial claims, motions, or appeals that are meritless or already decided, duplicative or procedurally improper, timed to increase cost and delay, aimed at leverage rather than resolution. The harm comes before any ruling. Legal fees pile up, access is stalled, life is put on hold, process becomes punishment. Courts don't care whether the filer believes they're right. Courts look at function and pattern. Do the filings repeat the same issues after dismissal? Do they ignore prior rulings? Do they impose disproportionate burden relative to any plausible claim? Do they target opponents who are exercising lawful rights? When that pattern is proven, courts can respond without deciding who's right on the underlying dispute. Typical tools include pre-filing review requirements, limits on motions or topics, security bonds for costs, dismissal with prejudice sanctions, or fee shifting. Important nuance people miss. Being labeled vexatious is not about losing cases. Plenty of people lose cases. It's about misusing procedure itself, turning the court into a pressure system instead of a truth-finding system. This is why the concept shows up alongside ideas like abuse of process, malicious prosecution, and SLAPP-style retaliation. Different doctrines, same underlying concern. When legal machinery is used to coerce rather than adjudicate, courts step in to restore balance. The uncomfortable truth is that vexatious litigation thrives in the gray zone before final judgments, where cost, delay, and uncertainty do most of the damage. That's exactly why the doctrine exists, to stop harm early, not to moralize later. In other words, courts don't punish annoyance, they interrupt patterns that predict harm.